So I've been thinking, everyone does these hard Pokemon challenges, like beating without taking damage or randomizing the map. So I thought, what if I do the easiest challenge I can think of? In other terms, beating Pokemon Fire Red with the most overpowered Pokemon. Slowpoke. To start out, I jumped right into the rival battle and destroyed Charmander with Tackle. I went to Viridian Forest where Slowpoke leveled up a few times. From here, I arrived in Pewter City, ready to fight Brock. Now Slowpoke would be a good Pokemon here. He's a water type after all, and the enemies are rock type. But one problem, Slowpoke doesn't actually know any water type moves yet, so I needed to grind, which I did until Slowpoke reached level 13 and learned Water Gun. I returned to Brock, more powerful than ever, and destroyed his Geodude and Onix with the amazing power of Slowpoke. With a newly acquired Boulder badge, Slowpoke ventured through a few trainers and got to Mount Moon. Now Slowpoke wanted to fight Misty, the second gym leader, and that's what happened. So Slowpoke went straight in and wasn't powerful enough. After developing a strategy, Slowpoke jumped back in and he was mad. He put the Staryu to sleep and destroys it. And as for Starmie, well, after living through many water pulses, Slowpoke pulls through with his amazing power. Misty is amazed by Slowpoke and hands over the water pulse TM. Now the rival intrudes. Due to this rudeness, Slowpoke immediately puts an end to it. He kills Charmander and Abra with ease, and in terms of Nugget Bridge, well, the game didn't think I would have a legendary Pokemon yet, and all the trainers just let me walk through. Slowpoke gets an offer to join Team Rocket, but refuses. From here, Slowpoke met a fan in a costume and went on to the third gym. Now Slowpoke wasn't going to waste his time learning a stupid move like Cut, so some peasant Meowth it instead. Now Surge has 3 Pokemon: Voltorb, Pikachu, and Raichu. Slowpoke put the Voltorb to sleep and killed it with a few confusions. Pikachu took a while because he knew Double Team, but Slowpoke killed him with a headbutt. Raichu came out and Slowpoke was paralyzed. After taking a powerful attack, Raichu hurt himself because of fear of the sheer power of Slowpoke. With another confusion, Raichu was out. Slowpoke proudly left the gym with his newly attained Thunder Badge. From here, me and Slowpoke traveled through Diglett Cave and around to Rock Tunnel. This place was annoying because Slowpoke could barely see, but no matter because Slowpoke is the best Pokemon. We ran into some trainers on our way, but it was manageable. Slowpoke would either confuse or just spit on them. We just did this until the end and arrived in Lavender Town. Slowpoke had his sights set on the Celadon City gym, so that's where we went. And this gym was hard, even for Slowpoke. The first Pokemon Victory Bell knows Giga Drain, which deals 64 damage, and Slowpoke only has 128 health, letting it just barely two-shot him. But after a little while, Slowpoke leveled up. This is quite crucial because this raised his HP just enough to let him survive 2 Giga Drains. But also, Slowpoke learned Psychic. Here I put the Victory Bell to sleep, healed, and used Psychic, which now can one-shot. Slowpoke 2-shotted the Vileplume and 1-shotted the Tangela, securing the victory and earning Slowpoke his 4th badge. From here we went to Pokemon Tower and saved the Spirit of Marowak. Slowpoke and I decided to head to the 5th gym with Koga. Without any worries, we entered the gym. Now there are several invisible walls, but no worries because Slowpoke is all-seeing. So we quickly took out the trainers and emerged in front of Koga. I water pulsed the Coughing, but he landed a smoke screen and the next attack missed. The Coughing self-destructed and brought Slowpoke down to 94 health. Next up was the Muck. Confusion 3-shot, and as for Wheezing, I put him to sleep and finished the fight with Confusion. As Slowpoke and I proudly left the gym, the Safari Zone was the next destination. We picked up the Gold Teeth and the Surf gym. I taught Slowpoke Surf and proceeded to Cinnabar Island, home of the 7th gym. And at this point, you may be wondering something. What about Sabrina, the 6th gym leader? Well, you can just skip her and come back later. We arrived in Cinnabar and entered the Pokemon Mansion. Now Slowpoke and I were bombarded by trainers, and worst of all, Raticates. But soon we found the secret key and went into the gym. Slowpoke masterfully completed the quiz and stood face to face with Blaine. Slowpoke kills the Growl with an Arcanine with ease, and as for Ponyta and Rapidash, Surf completely drowned them, getting us the Volcano badge. Now sometime around here, I remembered that I had skipped the 6th gym, so me and Slowpoke went back to Celadon and headed to this house. We talked to the old lady and got the tea, and this let us into Saffron City, but Team Rocket was up to no good. While liberating the town, Slowpoke was stopped by the rival. The Pidgeot was 3-shot, but Gyarados was powerful. He got Slowpoke down to 22 HP, but even then, Slowpoke's power overtook him. Charizard quickly fell, and I was on to Sabrina. After getting through the teleporters with Slowpoke's incredible intellect, we entered the fight with Sabrina. Slowpoke quickly dispensed Kadabra and destroyed Venomoth. Surf killed Mr. Mime, and I was able to get rid of Alakazam. I got my badge and it was time to head back, all the way to Viridian City. But first, a quick stop to pick up its strength in the Safari Zone. Once we arrived, Slowpoke had his eyes set on Giovanni, so after killing a few trainers, with haste, we entered the fight. Now, Rhyhorn was a one-hit kill with Surf, along with Dugtrio. In fact, Surf could one-shot every Pokemon on the team. Slowpoke's power is truly outstanding, and clearly Giovanni thought so too. We left the gym, and on our way to Victory Road, we ran into the rival. Slowpoke easily took out Pidgeot and demolished to execute. Rhyhorn was one-shot with Surf, and with a potion and a crit strength, Gyarados was out. Soon we defeated him and proceeded to Victory Road. We expertly solved some puzzles. Once we finished, it was time to grind. And soon enough, Slowpoke was level 86, ready to fight. But not so fast. We needed a strategy, more specifically, a moveset and items. We decided to enter with Surf, Confusion, Strength, and Fire Blast. I guess you can learn that. I entered the first fight with Lorelei, and neither of us dealt much damage, so I handled Dugong and Lapras with Strength. Two-shot Cloyster with Confusion, and found a weird, disgusting blob. I needed to get rid of it right away, and put some bleach in my eyes. I killed Jinx with Strength and Confusion. Next up was Bruno. I knocked out Onyx with Surf, got rid of Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee with Confusion, and same idea for the rest of the fight. Slowpoke eventually won, and it was time for Agatha. I handled Gengar with Confusion and dominate the Golbat. The Arbok is easy. The second Gengar had a little challenge, but not quite enough for Slowpoke. And now finally, Haunter had arrived, but missed. Frozen because of Slowpoke's outstanding power. I healed up Slowpoke and headed into Lance, the Dragon Trainer. First up was Gyarados. He takes a while to kill, but isn't too deadly himself. Slowpoke takes out the first two Dragonairs with a mix of Strengths, Surfs, and Confusions. Now Dragonite is out. He took forever to kill, and his attack Outrage dealt a lot of damage. But given enough heals from both of us, Aerodactyl came out, who got demolished by Surf. I left the arena, and next up was the rival. The final rival battle, determining the champion of the Pokemon League. First up was Pidgeot. I needed to kill him quickly to avoid getting hit by Sand Attack. Out came Gyarados, who took a long time, but was still manageable. I Fire Blasted the Executor, but Giga Drain nearly killed me. Still though, with a potion and Fire Blast, the Executor was out. Next up is Alakazam. I nearly killed him with Fire Blast, but he healed and I ran out of PP. I'd used Confusion. After him healing a multitude of times, I won. Rhyhorn was easy with Surf, and Charizard, the final Pokemon, was an absolute joke. Slowpoke became champion, and Professor Oak was pissed at the rival. Either way, the challenge was over. But this just goes to show, Slowpoke is the most overpowered Pokemon. Bye.